Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you how to draw a ward-based route for surveying. So the first thing we're going to do is get into My Maps. So you just type My Maps into Google and it's the first one that comes up here. We click on that and here we go into Google My Maps. This is different to Google Maps. This My Maps is like a geographical information system, a GIS provided by Google. The first thing you need to make sure is to make sure that you're logged in as something sensible. So I've logged in as me here. The reason why that's important is that you can view the maps that you create using My Maps on your phone later if you're using the same Gmail account in My Maps and on your phone. So I'll show you that step later on. But here I am logged in as me, and you can, if you want, change account and log in as someone else, but I am logged in as me right now. Okay, you're going to go here, going to create a new map. And the first thing that we need to do is import the boundary of the ward that you're interested in. So if you go to import and then select a file from your computer, and the file that you're looking for will be in Dropbox, Dog Density Kathmandu, and then this folder here called wards. And in there I've put all of the ward boundaries for all of the wards that are in zone 2. Okay, so if you need the boundaries of wards outside of zone 2, let me know and I'll create those as well. So I'm going to use ward 12 as an example. So you double click that, give it a second to load in. Okay, and now we need to scroll our way over to Kathmandu. Oh, gone a bit too far there. Here we go. And here we go. Now we can see our little ward boundary here. Okay. So what we now need to do is create a route that they can follow within that ward boundary. So just a couple of things you're going to try and do. You're going to try and cover as many roads as possible. Ideally, all of those roads will be within the boundary, not on the boundary, but that's not going to be possible with these wards because they're too small. But you also want to reduce the number of times they cross their own track. So to draw a route, you're going to do draw a line and you're going to add a walking route. And I'm going to start it up here. Just click once to start it, and then you can start drawing. Every now and then just do a little click, and that sets the point on that bit of the map. So we can go this way, up here, keep going up. Right, when we get to here, I think we'll go across to here. Now at this point we are actually on the boundary of the ward. We're just going to have to do that every now and then because the wards aren't big enough to avoid it. We'll go this way, down here. How about we go up here as well, around this little loop. Right, now at this point we are going to have to cross our track, okay? We're going to have to bring them back up here. And what you'll need to say is that they only count dogs the first time they go along that particular route. The second time they've got to just ignore the dogs that they see so they don't do too much double counting. Now we can get back up here and here. Right, and then when you finish the route, so we're going to finish it about here, you double click. And that gives you the B. So now we have a route that goes all across that ward. It's got one bit where it crosses the same area, and they'll just have to keep note of that. Just make sure they recognise that they're going across a bit of route that they've been on before. If these guys know their ward well, that would be really obvious to them. So probably don't worry too much. We do have some aspects of the route that are on the boundary. The problem with the boundaries is, of course, that the dogs that they see here may well be dogs that normally live in the neighbouring ward. We'll just have to accept that. That's just the situation we're working with, and I think it will affect the data less than we're probably concerned about. Okay, so now, by the way, if you make a mistake during this and you want to delete it, just double click to complete the route, and then go to this layer options and you can delete this layer and restart again, go back to drawing a line. But I'm kind of happy with that route. So what we'll do is rename this layer, and this is the Ward 12 route. Maybe we'll call it survey route. All right, click save. Now you're going to go up to the menu right at the top here, and you're going to go to export to KML, click that one. Now you're not going to export the entire map, you're just going to export the Ward 12 survey route that you've just drawn, and you want to click this option, export to a KML file, and then click download. Give it a sec and you see now it's appeared in the bottom corner here. It's now in my download folder. So if you go to show in folder, you drag that down, here's the folder, here it is, the KML, and then you can cut that out of your downloads folder and put it somewhere else. So we would probably go back to Dropbox, dog density Kathmandu. Let's go into wards and I'll pop you a new folder in here. Folder, and maybe we'll put that ward survey routes. Okay, click, pop it in there, and just Control V or paste to pop that into your folder. Now, once that's in your folder, that means that it's just saved on your Dropbox for further use. The good thing about using Google My Maps to draw these routes is that you can then view this one that you just created on your phone if your phone is synced to the same Gmail account. So the other thing that you just need to do is you need to just rename this so you can find it easily. Well, how are you going to let me rename it? Oh, there you go. Ward 12 survey route, and click save. Okay, and now if you go back to your main My Maps menu, you can see that Ward 12 survey route is right here. This is the one that we've just created. Okay, the next bit I'm going to show you is on the phone. So now I'm working on my tablet, or you can work also on a phone, and I'm going to go to Google Maps. So click on Google, go to Maps. The first thing I'm going to check is that I'm actually on the correct Gmail account. So as you can see here, I've got a number of different accounts, but I am currently logged in or syncing with elihibi@gmail. So that's the correct one. And now I'm going to go to Your Places, and I'm going to go across to this last tab, which is Maps. And now you can see Ward 12 survey route, which is the map that we've just created using My Maps on my desktop. I click that, give it a second, and here it is. Okay, so they can then zoom in. When you're actually in Ward 12, you will see a little blue dot for where your position is. They start at A, and then they follow the route round. Now, there is potentially a bit of confusion at this area here, where the route sort of crosses itself. So you would probably have to talk to the teams in the ward first at the beginning to explain that at this point, what they want to do is go straight on, and they'll come back to this element of the route later on. So just explain to them where there's issues where it crosses over. Ideally, if you can create a route that has no crossing over, then that would be the absolute best. That would be easy for them to follow. The good thing about using Google Maps is if you zoom in this close, that map will sort of cache in the background of your phone or your tablet, so you shouldn't actually have to use much internet access, or any internet access, to be able to follow this route. You do need internet access at the beginning to pull that map from the synced Gmail account. So if you could do that when you have Wi-Fi or something at the office, and then once you've got it on your phone, as long as you zoom in, this should stay cached on your phone and you can continue to follow it even if you lose internet access. Now, alternatively, what they could do is email the KML file to themselves, or you email it to them, and they can use an app like Locust to follow it. Okay.